But still, watch. What is it? So you can't do this. Yes, I can. And let me tell you, I'm English. You're speaking English. English. Yeah. Then what do you call it? Something. Something extraordinary, okay? Just trust me on this. George! Let's get a win more. Go on. Hello, Mark. What is all good? Going to improve everyone needs a pay. Except for the rich, like me. You get a pay cut. Any questions? You can work with the version more. It's a feeling of oh, boom. No, okay. That's all the questions I have. Meeting
Live from Linwood, Michigan, it's the Working a Late Night Shift. March 10th, 2012, Episode 10, Season 1. Starring Eric Seelson, tonight's special guest is nobody.
yeah, better get that. Alright, everybody, it's me, Eric Colson, once again, and welcome to another edition of Working a Late Night Shift. From my previous episode, I kind of went on a rant about gay marriage and the delusional Republicans. I actually used some profanity, but at the time I was just in a not caring mood. You have one of those moments, don't you? Where you just don't care. So, anyways, besides from that, I'm not using a timer for my monologue. Like I use a timer for the 5-minute break, and that's the only time I'm going to use the 5-minute a timer for is for the 5-minute break. Anyways, these Republicans are so delusional. I mean, Mitt Romney, I really don't trust the guy, and plus I don't think he makes a lick of sense. Neither does Santorum makes any sense. And then, I've been reading the headlines because I get emails about what's happening in the gay community. And, and you don't hear about Christians attacking gays marrying each other. But the Catholics, I saw one today that the Catholic bishop launched an attack on on a gay marriage thing, well, it's going to be brought up in the news mix. That's one of the headlines for today. But yeah, religion's fine. It's all right to have your faith in something you believe in. But when you shove it to gain power, money, political, and and have your influence in public elections and all that, then you're teaching about a guy who's all for peace and love and understanding, and wants you to love him because he loves you and he created all of us. That's all fun and dandy, but when you're doing all this stuff, that's not really peacekeeping. And since when marriage has to be defined between just a man and a woman? I mean, other cultures, you have either a lot of wives, and not all gay people are perverts, okay? They're not all sex crazed. I mean, I'm bi. I'm not sex crazed. Hell, I'm not even going to clubs or anything. I'm an old-fashioned guy. I like classic rock, But I might not be the smartest person in the world, but I have common sense. And it's just, you have to laugh at the stupidity that the Republicans and these Republicans and these religious people attacking all sorts of things that don't make any lick of sense. I like Obama. And back in 2008, I watched the presidential debates. McCain, he might be the oldest person there and gives a lot of old people jokes and stuff, just like Larry King. But when I watched the presidential debates, McCain didn't make a lot of sense. He's just telling you everything's gonna be fine if you don't like me. Everything's just gonna be peachy keen. It's gonna be all right, my friends. And then he brings in Sarah Palin. Oh God. Boy. Sarah Palin? Freakazoid! I mean, really, she looks like a freakazoid. If I had the budget enough to compare a side-by-side picture. you could probably look it up on Google and see a picture of Sarah Palin and freakazoid. I think it kind of matches. Yeah, they make a wonderful couple. Yeah. Oh, did Little political humor for you. But, besides, I couldn't see McCain running for office because being a president is a stressful job. That's why most presidents, when they get elected, they age considerably. Well, at least the U.S. presidents do. Or they end up getting assassinated before whichever happens first. But it's just yeah. Now, granted, the Democrats aren't doing a whole lot, but they really can't do a whole lot, and the Republicans are blocking everything they're doing, and of course the Democrats are doing the same thing. Because all the Republican ideas are not in touch with reality. They have their own agenda. Not saying that Democrats have their own agenda too, but you gotta look at it. We had 8 years of Republicans and a Republican president. We had $4 a gas, which is now just slightly creeping up there right now. In some places they're already at $4 a gas. But it's it's not President Obama that's driving up the gas prices, it's the Republicans and their buddies. Because remember 8 years of Republicans that we had. We had 2 unnecessary wars. Everything, we lost a lot of jobs during President Bush years, even before 9/11 and the catastrophe. And you know what? I think New Orleans, the reason why they didn't receive immediate help is the government was already broke. And they didn't really have the money to do it. So I bet you during that lag within a couple of days, it's not like they weren't prepared for a disaster like that. It was more of like, I gotta negotiate some deals so we can afford to, pay, within this budget. Now since President Obama got in office, it's been no by the Republicans. And you tell me, is it racist? You would think so, wouldn't it? Because our president is African American. There's a thing that, we might not be born in this country. We in a society where you can't really bullshit anybody. Anyone with a common sense thing tells you that the Republicans are stupid. So, yeah. I mean, they are. They're nothing but beep. Yeah, I'm now censoring myself. But the more I watch it, the more I just laugh and laugh. I mean, I watch C-SPAN, and I just watch how stupid these guys are. And now the Democrats might not have the brightest and good ideas, but you gotta remember, when we had President Clinton, even though you had that sex scandal, you might have been horny, but we had a balanced budget, we had a surplus, and plus we were paid down the federal debt we already owed. President Bush got in office, and what happened? Got it. So, yeah. Okay, dear. Sorry, that was my mom peeping in. But, anyways, yeah. Yeah. But once we got a great show tonight. I have no special guests. And I'm the only cast member. So, yeah. And, episode 9 wasn't really my best of episodes. But, I did say in my 5-minute break thing, because I recorded it 2 days ago. And I still haven't put the show together. I have it on my laptop here, but I guess I'm going to upload it after tonight or in the morning, because I still have to put the show together in Windows Movie Maker. I already got the graphics and everything all sorted out, so I just gotta, go do it. So, anyway, after that, yeah. Yep. So, anyways, I've got nothing for now. Yeah. And now, we'll see what happens with the rest of the show. Okay? Alright. Hello, YouTube viewers, and welcome to That's Butt number 1. And this is going to be a short ad. Yeah, it's going to be a real short ad. I'm just going to say the next episode of Working Late Night Shift is, well, normally it would be in the next 2 Saturdays from now. So next Saturday it won't be there, but the Saturday after there, no, after next Saturday, it would be there. But, 10 episodes is enough, I think, for season 1. So after this episode, I'm gonna go on vacation, Well, I can't really afford vacation because I'm still working, but the show will be off the air for a while. And I think I'll pick up again back in, say, August? Yeah, back in August, the show will be back. So, yeah. So, I'll see you guys back in August for season 2 of Working the Late Night Show. And hopefully, just hopefully, someone will join me. Or, I have just one thing. A request. People, whoever watch my videos, spread the word of the show. Please, I need some comments. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Do anything and send comments. Give some criticism or something. So maybe someday I could be on a network and you enjoy me and others. Heck, if you're a comedian, you might be, or an actor, you might be on this show. Who knows? And as you can probably see, there's room for there's room for, well, for a job. Unfortunately, right now I can't pay anybody because the show has no budget. So, yeah. So please spread the word of the show. And that is all.
Hello, YouTube viewers, and welcome to another edition of Ellen News Update. March 10th, 2012, Episode 10, Standard Edition. I'm your main anchor, Eric C. Olsen, and my non-existent co-anchor, Nobody. Yes. Well, before we begin this episode of Ellen News Update, I almost said Mid-Michigan Update there. Oops. But, anyway, I just wanted to say that I kind of oopsed when I first recorded this, so this is being redone. Because I actually said February 10th when I first made it. Because I forgot to change the... when I printed out the list of my headlines to read for today, yeah. So, anyways, this is March 10th, episode 10. So, let's get to it. Let's look at today's top headlines, shall we?
Alright, today's top headline, a Minnesota girl alleges school privacy invasion. I read this article, and, well, it was actually, it was an article on CNN. Anyway, I looked at this article, and, I was just quite amazed at this fact that, that the school was, alright, I'll set it up for you. Apparently, she said some things on her Facebook page, and somehow the principal got wind of it, saying, she posted that this, hall monitor was being mean to her. So she posted that this hall monitor was mean. And the principal got wind of it and punished her for it and had her apologize to it. Then she said something who turned her in, using an expletive, and then they pulled her aside, punished her some more, interrogated her, asked her to give her passwords and her Facebook and her emails and all that without the parents' consent. They bypassed the parent. Apparently the parent doesn't apply to them. But you know what? If she's doing this outside of school grounds, it's her right. to say these things. Now, if she was threatening the school, or posted, she was gonna blow up the school or something, then yeah, I can see that as a concern. But also, you gotta deal with the parents too. I mean, you have to ask parents permission. You just can't waltz in there, because that's overstepping your authority. So yeah, and I feel sorry for this girl. She's 12 years old, and you would think. Well, I know Yahoo. I think you had to be like 13 for the create a user thing, but I don't know about Facebook. So yeah, I mean, you could probably do a fake name or something, and test it out. But apparently, I don't know what Facebook's age limit is for a kid getting onto Facebook. But this girl is gonna be very rich because the school is totally wrong in this case, and torturing her, unwarranted search and seizure, just because she said some things on Facebook. That's really stupid. Really. I mean, cussing, because they punished her for they gave her in school in-house suspension. I mean, you still go to school, but you'll be separated from everybody else, and you don't do normal school activities when you're in-house suspension. Believe me, I was there once. But it's for cussing on Facebook when you're outside of school grounds, school can't punish you for that. Now, if she cussed at school and was doing all the stuff at school, then yeah, they have the right to do that. But not outside of school, they don't. That's overstepping. Now, and they even punished her for talking sex on Facebook. Yeah, really, they did. Now, she's probably at that age where she's getting curious about that sort of thing. But that sort of responsibility should fall on her parents, not the school. I mean, the school can teach you how to be safe about sex, but they don't have the right to punish you. That's the parents' job. Okay? I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's how it is. But apparently the school doesn't think that, so yeah. Well, let's go take a look at this week's top 4 headlines. Alright? Okay. This week's top 4 headlines. Number 1. A motel sign says, "Having an affair." Apparently this, it was called the Aladdin Inn. I forget where it was, though. But the name of the motel was the Aladdin Inn. And they posted on their old school lettering and stuff on their whatchamacallit sign. Anyway, and they posted having a affair for an effort to grab attention because the business was slow. Yeah? And, well, they definitely got attention because a lot of people got the mixed message. But, and of course right under the letters having an affair, they just had their phone number. So if people were to call that phone number, they would find out it was the hotel, the motel. But it's pretty creative. But I think there should have been more saying about having an affair I mean, there's so many means to affair. So, having an affair. So I mean, having an affair, and then you have your phone number for the motel. I think whoever did the promotional thing for this should have added something a little bit more so people wouldn't think nasty Nancy perverted thoughts of the hotel. So, I mean, everyone has a certain level of perversion, and but yeah, it's just part of human nature. But sometimes close-minded and arrogance get in the way, and it's just really sad. Well, anyways, number 2. The doomsday preacher admits that he was wrong. Well, of course, the headline reads, Doomsday Preacher Admits I Was Wrong. Well, what do you know? He got it wrong. Suppose the Mayans might be right. That the world's going to end in December 21st, 2012. You know, you remember Y2K? Nothing happened. Same thing probably won't happen for the actual date of the world that was supposed to end. But you know what? I think the sad part will be is that when the world does end, there won't be a rapture. And if there's no rapture, guess what else? That means that there's no... Yes, that's right. But, you know, people will think, after saying that statement, that I'm an atheist or agnostic or whatever. I have faith. I just, you know, I'm sure God's probably real, you know. But, you know, I don't pray to him. I don't follow it. And that's one thing about me. I really follow. I just do things the way I want to. And just be open-minded of other cultures. Because I find religion interesting, you know. I do. I find the history of religion interesting. Because it just fascinates me. But that's all I am. Interested. That's it. I don't follow it, and plus, if I do try to follow it, it'd be pretty... I wouldn't be much of a good one. That's for sure. But anyways. Yeah. But it's okay to have faith and have something to believe in. That's what counts. So, number 3, as I mentioned earlier in my monologue, a Catholic bishop launches an attack on marriage equality plan in churches. And apparently the story is out of the UK, and the Italian Prime Minister or something like that was making a move towards making same-sex marriage legal, and Catholics don't like that. No. You know, Catholics, I just got one thing to say to you. You really don't have a leg to stand on about same-sex marriages. And I'll tell you why. Because your priests and fathers around the world sexually abuse children, and you cover them up. Instead of openly admit it to the public, yes, some of our priests did some awful things to young children. And we make sure that, you know, that they get fired and be disgraced, and that'll be the end of it. And that they'll give the family some comfort and, you know, a little consolation, you know, a settlement, you know, for the damage that's been done to this child. No, what they do is they cover it up and move these priests out to places where they can sexually abuse children even more. So, it's just really, it's laughable. I mean, it's totally laughable. And these Catholics and other people who oppose gay marriage. Now, there'll be some people who are not religious about it and still oppose it. It's because, you know, the anatomy. Well, let's talk about anatomy here for a second, okay? What makes us male or female depends on how many number of chromosomes. And I think it's just one extra chromosome, if I remember biology right, to make us guys. Now, we have pleasure centers all over the body, and so do women. I mean, women's could have a dick too, instead of a vagina. And guys could have a vagina instead of a dick. It all depends on the chromosomes. And sometimes, I mean, when babies are born, sometimes, they get some type of medical condition when they're born, like a defect, like a birth defect or whatever. Or, you know what, some people, their hormones, they could have girl hormones, but yet be in a guy's body. I mean, or a woman could have guy hormones and be in a woman's body. It's just, the human body is kind of complex, but it's simple to understand if you look at it. But, I mean, suppose a guy could get pregnant. Ever saw that movie, Junior, with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito? Hey, it could happen. Guys could have babies. I mean, hey, it's worth a theory testing out. And just suppose, that it could happen. But you know what? Though, there's just one thing. Because the Catholics mention also that if same-sex marriage, or I think the Pope said this, or at least I know somebody Catholic, because I read about it, said that if same-sex marriage were to get approved, that the fate of humanity would end forever. Excuse me, didn't they just say that we have now at least 7 billion people on the planet? Even if that number is not true, we still have 6 billion people on this earth. Human civilization is not going to end just because, And besides, straight couples are just as preferred as gay couples. And they would have almost the same. But studies have shown, or at least from what I've seen and heard, that same-sex couples are more of a good parents than straight couples. I've seen some straight couples, some of them were my family members. They date rejects and other stuff, but I don't get into it. But hey, they're family. But it doesn't mean you have to associate with them either. But also is that, I've seen people smoke around their children, and even my half-sister uses cuss words around her children and screams at her top of her lungs. But, hey, families are weird. So is gay people. They're weird too. Everybody's weird. At some point. Everybody's dysfunctional. Not everyone's all smart and civilized. But we can try. But it doesn't mean it's going to be perfect. So, yeah. Okay, well, let's go on to number 4. I saved the best for last. Something to end on a positive note. A blind 100-year-old guy who's a bowler throws strikes. Of course, people have to tell him where the lanes are located and stuff, but this guy's pretty good. I saw the video on it. He's 100 years old, and he's blind, and he can throw strikes. That's pretty marvelous. If you really look at it, it's remarkable. It's interesting, and good for him. Now, I could say something, but I'm not going to, unless you guys comment on it on this video, and I'll tell you in my next video blog, because I'm going to be doing a video blog again soon. So yeah, well, this concludes. Well, I got a little ahead of myself, so I gotta end it right here. So yeah.
Well, this completes this portion of the Villain News Update, March 10th, Episode 10, Standard Edition. I'm meaning currently, no co-anchor. I don't think there will ever be another co-anchor unless I can find someone to fill that spot. But, alas, we must continue. So, on to the 5-minute break, and after our wonderful 5-minute break, we'll be back with Celebrity Tweets. Woohoo!
Viewers, it's me, Eric C. Olsen, once again. And of course, my handy dandy timer to let me know when this 5-minute break is over. Well, I'm only doing 3 minutes and 55 seconds worth of video, and the rest of the remaining 5 minutes of the 5-minute break goes to graphics showing the various websites of where you can search for information, what's going on with me, and the shows that I am currently doing. But I hope you're enjoying this episode of 4K Late Night Shift, episode 10. I know I've said in the video that this was going to be my last episode, though I'm still kind of debating whether or not if I'm going to really end it, or going to be doing another episode tomorrow. And I say tomorrow because I'm making this video on March 23rd, and tomorrow, which is Friday, and the 24th being tomorrow, Saturday. So yeah, if you don't see another video within the next 2 weeks, then you probably know that I didn't do another episode, and I did end it at episode 10. I still gotta edit most of this show together yet. But chances are I'll probably do another episode tomorrow. Even though I'm kind of crunching, under a time crunch actually, to get everything ready for tomorrow. I won't be broadcasting live on live stream for the remaining episodes, which is going to be episode 11 and episode 12. That's if I do it. I won't be broadcasting, those should be recorded live. I did some free promotion for a friend of mine on Facebook, who is a Danish rap artist. I'm not a fan of rap, but and I won't tell you how I met this rapper, but after watching a couple of videos on on YouTube, I like him. He's very talented. He has a nice voice, and I think he might save the genre of rap. But I'm still not a big fan of it. But I wish him well on his music. And his name is Chris Monzini, if I pronounce his last name right, Monzini. So, yeah. 45 seconds. Alright, subscribe to my YouTube channel of Eric Winslow Late Night Productions, or follow Eric Winslow Late Night Productions on Twitter, or you can follow me on Twitter, and like Eric Winslow Late Night Productions on Facebook. You can also working a late night shift on Facebook as well, or the Late Night Variety Show. So, and please rate and comment on the videos. It's very much appreciated if you do comment and rate us. because I do value you guys' feedback. So, yeah.
And welcome back from our 5-minute break. I hope you liked it. I know I sure did. And this is Ella News Update, March 10th, 2012, Standard Edition. I'm your main anchor, Eric Shelson, and my non-assistant co-anchor. I don't know when I'll ever get a new one. Hopefully, it'll be someone who's more funnier than me. I highly doubt it. Anyways, since I have no co-anchor, I'll be doing celebrity tweets. So, let's go to celebrity tweets, shall we?
Okay, celebrity tweets. Now, because I had a breakup, you might have noticed in episode 9 that I kind of broke it up in individual slides for you, for the tweets, and I'm going to do the same thing here. But except this time, I'm going to stop recording. So that way I know which is 1 and 2, so I don't have to split them up later and save some time. Alright, well, this time I got pretty much new people for celebrity tweets. So here they go. Alright. Number 1. The real Nimoy. You know, Leonard Nimoy, Spock. From Star Trek? Alright. He says, something is working. Draft growth continues. Live long and prosper. Well, yes, that's actually good news. Mr. Nimoy? Or maybe, can I call you Spock? Well, that's good news, Spock. Yes, something is working. It's called Obama and the Democrats. Unfortunately, Republicans, not so much. So, we'll see what happens. Right? Right. Number 2. The Richard Lewis says in his tweet, I'll have a great weekend if I'm not involved. Well, don't you have to be involved if you have a great... Don't you have to be involved so you can have a great weekend? Maybe he's just trying to be funny. If he was, it was pretty laughable. Yeah. Okay. Next. Colin Firth for our number 3. You know, Colin Firth, the guy who plays as Jack Carter on Eureka on Sci-Fi, which I don't know if they're actually continuing the season or not right now, because apparently I read online that Sci-Fi was going to cancel the series. So, who knows? I like that show, Eureka. I mean, I really do. It was funny, it was interesting. Heck, it was the best show on Sci-Fi after Stargate. SG-1. But I guess you can't have everything now. Anyways, Colin Firth says, alright, I'm off to Home Depot to get some electrical stuff. Let me know if anyone needs anything. I'm doing a runaway. Yes, Colin. I would like a new I need some mercury lights, mercury vapor lights from my parents' garage. Can you help me to get me some? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, of course. Yeah. I wonder how many people who saw him tweet this actually asked for something. And I also wonder if he actually got them something. That would be pretty sweet. Alright, let's take a look at number 4. Number 4, and our last celebrity tweets. Woohoo! Mr. Conan O'Brien. You know, Coco. Of course, there's also another person named Coco, but I don't have the time to explain it. So, anyways, Conan O'Brien says in his tweet, "It's been reported that the richest man in the world right now is a Mexican billionaire. His name? Mitt Romney. Of course, it's a Mitt Romney joke, of course. Beautifully done, Mr. Conan. Nicely done. You know, I got an advice for Conan, and that is this. Maybe you should do an entire show where you just tweet for 1 hour. Wouldn't that be fun? Hey, it's worth a try, isn't it? Heck, Craig Ferguson did an entire show without an audience. That went pretty well. So maybe you should tweet an entire show. Wouldn't that be fun? Well, that's it for everybody. That's a wrapper.
This completes Ellen News Update, March 10th, 2012, Episode 10, Standard Edition. I'm your main anchor, Eric C. Olson. And, of course, no co-anchor. Still, but who knows, I might get a co-anchor back in August when I start picking up the show again. But, and this is the last episode for Season 1 of Working a Late Night Shift. So, with that, we move on to ad spot number 2. I'm sure it's going to be really exciting.
Hello everybody, welcome to ad spot number 2. Now of course this is also going to be another short one. And that is this. Please follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, either on my main one at Eric_Olson89, or follow Eric Mons of Late Night Production, which is Eric Mons LNP, because I rather shorten for the URL for the username. So. Also, we're on Facebook. You can like Working Late Night Shift there, or Eric Mons Late Night Production, or the Late Night Variety Show, or you can like me. Yes, I also have a Facebook page too, for myself. And so yeah. So yeah. Also, I'm gonna do a little bit free promotion. And my ideas and views that will express of this said person that I'm going to mention. Chris Muzzing, a rapper who's going to be doing, going to be doing a new album pretty soon. I have to admit he's pretty good. He's very talented. I've listened to a couple of songs and I like him. He has a nice voice. And I suggest that some of you guys, I know probably some of you don't like rap. Hey, I'm in the same boat with you. I don't like rap either. I think it's, not that great. But, listen to his voice and watching his music videos, it's going to get me interested in rap. He does it very well. And he has a good voice. And he's very talented, and I say talented because Chris Muzzini, from what I can see, he does a very good rap, unlike most people I can mention. Like, just but anyway, but I think rap is kind of dying at this point. I do, at least to me anyway. But maybe Chris Messini might be the savior of rap. We shall see. So anyways, when its new album comes out, I suggest to buy it if you get a chance. Go on YouTube, see some of his music videos, and yeah, check him out. Alright? You're welcome, Chris. And they didn't pay me to do this. This is a free promotion. I'm just doing it out of, you know. And I messaged him that I would, so I would do it. So, yeah. Yeah. Alright, well, that's it for Half Spot number 2. And now it is time for Random Voices of Like Night. Wobble! Hey, yo, over there! Yeah, you with the face. I didn't know I had a face. You didn't know you had a face? I'm just messing with you. I do have a face. Not right? No, you're not. What do you mean? Oh. Beep. That you beep. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the story of the hour. Max Yuji. Max Yuji. Where the beep is he? Beep. Oh, yeah. Hi, Mr. It's Mr. I. Oh, yeah. Mr. I, does this look good? Oh, my God. That thing's hideous. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually pretty good. Oh, right in the beep kisser. Oh. Yeah. And so concludes this long, boring lecture. I bid you to farewell. But before I go, do you have any questions? Yeah! Eat this! Oh no, not tomatoes! Oh, they're good by plastic surgery! Oh, what a world! Wow! This is just a test of the emergency broadcast system. If this were an actual emergency, actually this is really emergency. I lost my keys. Does anyone know where it is? Anyone? You idiot! You shot me! Okay, well, sorry folks, we're joining you. You shot me right in the... we're returning you back to your regular scheduled programming. Bye, folks. What's on my mind on tonight's show? This is the last segment of the show, and I can honestly say it actually went pretty well. I kind of enjoyed it. I think it's one of the best shows I did by myself. Yes, I think it has. I think it's one of the best shows I did by myself thus far. This is my third episode by myself, going totally solo without nobody. And honestly, it's actually worked out pretty good. Though it would be a lot more funnier and less corny if someone else were with me. That's completely understandable. I mean, my buddy Sam, who's on the west side of the state, when he watched it, he couldn't stand watching any more of it because it was so corny. But hey, that's life. And hey, it's a criticism. But and to tell you the truth, I didn't really prepare much for the show except right off the news segment bit and the celebrity treats. This is the only prep I did. I didn't prep for the entire show. I didn't prep my monologue because that's how I work. I just work totally improvisational. I don't follow scripts or anything. I just do everything improvisational. And I used to write plots for LNVS and stuff, but and maybe I should go back to writing plots, but I think just discussing with other people what you want to do and just improvise the rest. This entire show is based on entirely 100%, well 95% because the 5% is right here, but do a show that's 100% improv. Just go out there. Well, I wouldn't say read it. You gotta have a general idea if you're working with somebody, But I want this show not only to be funny, but also an educational video for comedians or actors, young comedians who want to pursue this kind of thing. And that is you could do an entire show without no budget. You could do an entire show by yourself with nobody else around. You can do it if you have the time to do it, of course. And you could do an hour show, you could do a half-hour show. You could do whatever you want. But and the graphics that I got for this, all I use is Microsoft PowerPoint 2010 and Windows Movie Maker to do all the editing and I do the graphics portion and stuff with Windows Movie Maker 2010, and then I use Windows Movie Maker to put it all together. So, but Microsoft Office 2010 PowerPoint, you can actually make your presentations into a video, so that's good. That's a good thing. So, yeah. Well, that's all for now, folks, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Working a late night shift? Credits. Have a good night, YouTube viewers. See you next time on the next episode of Working Late Night Shift. Season 2 of Working Late Night Shift starts in August 2012.